Alright, I do believe we're all set to go, so I will give myself the audio check and then we'll get started. And I can already see that Minuet is in the stream this evening. Good to see you, Minuet. Thanks for making it. And there we go, so I can hear myself just fine. Perfect. Alright, so we are continuing where we were from last night, because last night, after doing the required side content in order to do the main story of this chapter of the Nod Cry saga for the Song of the Welkin Moon, we are now about to continue on from where we left off. We were with not Rerir, but with Nefer, learning about the nemesis known as Rerir. Yeah, I'm not exactly thinking straight because I'm just trying to get things going, because we need to see how much further we have to go, because we also know that we have to reconnect with Aino and Inefa as well. So there's still more to go on, but hopefully we'll be able to find a way to the end soon enough. But yeah, thanks Minuet. We're glad you could join us. Hopefully you can be able to stick around or come back later and see the remainder of the stream. So we'll look forward to seeing you again soon. But thanks for coming and joining us tonight. And for those of you who are just tuning in, we hope that you'll be able to see just how this is all going to unfold. So with that in mind, greetings people of the world. Matthias Griffin back with you for the continuation of Let's Play Genshin Impact live here on Twitch. So let's go ahead and get to things here this evening. So when we last left Nefer, she was seeing Rerir's memories with a woman that she had, or that he had some affection towards, known as Thalandis. And so it is from here where we now have to leave the hut. So what happens next?
Our last operation was a resounding success, and all thanks to you, RERIR of Solnari. In total, we apprehended 32 dregs of the Crimson Moon, and 67 accomplices.
That's a lot.
After all these years since the dynasty's fall, so many of them still linger on.
Indeed, it cannot be denied. Yet it was destiny that the Crimson Moon should be overcome by the eclipse, and that His Majesty, the all-seeing Vinster King, now guides our nation on the path to prosperity. Khaenri'ah has no further need for a dead moon. But alas, there will always be those who refuse to see the truth, choosing instead to romanticize the past.
Seems that way. Hey, Hallelujah, welcome to the stream. Glad to have you with us tonight.
That's not entirely true. Much about the Crimson Moon era was worthy of remembrance. And that's exactly why they keep trying to see it restored. Many of its secrets remain unsolved to this day. As it happens, that's precisely the field of study my partner is devoted to.
You still haven't told her what you really do for a living.
Oh.
Where would I even start? How do you tell someone that you're one of the king's hand-picked executioners?
Ooh.
That your hands are steeped in blood?
Yeah, things are starting to make sense now, huh? Hey there, Luna, welcome to the stream. Glad to have you with us.
You didn't choose this life, any more than I did. Orphans like us don't get a say.
Oh, great.
But I'll sure as heck be the one to pay for it. Speaking of which, we need to be more rigorous in the way we identify direct descendants of the Crimson Moon. Someone, it seems, has strong opinions about my future plans. Most likely my marriage in particular. I have a feeling that we may soon become targets of the Crimson Moon's retribution.
Your concerns are not unfounded. They've taken out many of our colleagues these past few years, and for that very reason. These are no helpless lambs we're leading to the slaughter. They're wolves in sheep's clothing. Take care, RERIR of Solnari. I look forward to toasting you at your wedding.
But will
Thanks,
it even get to
Toto.
that point?
You look after yourself, too.
Because I can't help but feel like it's never even gonna make it that far.
Thalandis, I never wanted to keep this from you. You're the last person I would ever want to lie to. But that's exactly why I can't tell you everything. There are things you shouldn't know. Things you cannot know. The moonlit dynasties are a thing of the past. Yet even now, with the sun shining high in the sky, there are those who would call forth a dead moon's ghost. Could that be why Vedalfnir held back? Or was it because of some court secret he's not at liberty to share? I have to get a clear answer from him. No matter what happens, I will protect Thelindis.
Obviously you didn't.
Rerir seems to be very concerned by Vedalfnir's reaction. Vedalfnir and Dainsleif, the Visionary and Twilight Sword. So that's what they were really like. I've investigated this whole area now. There doesn't seem to be any other memories here. Should I try somewhere else? Wait a second. What's this black smoke?
Yeah, that's new.
So, he's late after all.
Oh, more flashbacks.
Just you wait, Rerir. You're in for it. Big time.
Are you waiting for someone, ma'am?
Oh, we're seeing from
Could
her
I tempt you into
perspective now.
buying some flowers?
Oh, sure. Pick me out a pretty bunch if you would.
Thank you. But I'm afraid none of them are as pretty as you.
For someone so young, you sure have a way with words, don't you?
I'm only telling the truth. Look me in the eyes.
Oh my.
You see I'm not lying.
Yeah, why do you have Arlecchino's eyes?
May we have a word in private?
This is not gonna end well.
Who are you? And what do you want?
It doesn't matter who I am. Too many of our kind have fallen lately, so I decided to take the risk of reaching out. Not long ago, the Ray here of Solnari led an assault on one of our strongholds. We suffered many casualties, and many who came to our aid lost their lives as well.
Sorry, I don't know why you're telling me this. And I don't want to get involved.
Oh, you're getting involved one way or another.
Wait, hear me out. This time we finally got a clear look at his face and learned his true identity. His name is Rerir, and he claims to be one of the King's guards.
What did you say?
Sorry.
A cruel irony, isn't it? The man you're set to marry leads a double life as a brutal executioner. But surely, you must have caught a whiff of the blood on his hands.
Why are you telling me all of this now?
Because he can.
Simple. It's because...
Oh, yeah, before we get to that point.
Rerir was nowhere to be seen in that memory. It clearly belonged to Thelindis. Rerir couldn't possibly know what happened if he wasn't even there. Why would her memories appear in his fragment? The ceremony won't last much longer. I think it's time to call it a day.
And so once the smoke is cleared...
So that was your doing? Did you just pull us inside Rerir's fragment to spy directly on his memories?
I guess.
Any more questions, and I'll have to start charging.
I had no idea you could do that, boss! Seriously, that was amazing! We're not worthy. We're not worthy! I gotta admit, though, I'm itching to see what happens next. Feels like we barely scratched the surface.
I'm just as curious as you are. But the ceremony only allows for limited time inside. That's all we can see for now.
Yeah, but I can't help but more that think that more will be coming.
Luckily, we managed to learn quite a lot.
So far, so good. I just hope the others are doing okay too. Especially the group with the Traveler. Their mission is a risky one. Let's hope it's all going smoothly.
If you're worried about them, go see how they're doing.
If I know boss, she's gonna need some time to write up all the details and make sure it's all coherent. I'll stay behind to lend a hand, but feel free to head back and meet up with the others.
And so, over to chapter 3.
Oh, they've been prowling around for nearly 2 days now.
2 days?
Things just won't quit. Oh, they might not have seen us yet, but with them constantly sweeping the area, our way out is completely blocked.
So then how did we Have we survived this long?
Oh, that's never gonna work. One little slip up and it's game over. If they spot us, they'll run straight back to Rerir. And once he knows we're here, it won't be long before he's breathing down our necks again.
Yeah, we still have to try.
Oh, guess you're right. All right, time to zip it.
In more ways than one. Find a way to return to the secret base. Here we go.
Hide! We almost got spotted. Phew, that was a close call.
Well, let's just keep going.
Watch out! They're coming this way!
What? You gave me turn around. You gave me turn around.
Keep going. We're nearly there. This is the final hurdle.
We can't keep running like this.
There's no end to these things.
Yeah, is there another way out? 'Cause yeah, look at all that. We're really making our stand. Yeah, what are you waiting for?
Fire. Fire? Wait, what's that smell? Oh no, there's a fire!
Oh, maybe that's working in our favor, because yeah, it's burning them. Who's our guardian angel? Or does such a thing exist in our situation? Yeah. I guess our guardian angel is here. Yeah, there's Arlecchino. Yeah, welcome back to the party. You look angrier than ever, though.
Zandrone was right. You look weak, Columbina.
Well, given that she's been around a long time.
The old you would never have let such lowly creatures bar your way. Word has it that you did something for the Tsaritsa, and that's why you've lost most of your power. Freedom comes at a heavy price, doesn't it?
It's Arlecchino! You came!
Hello again, Columbina. And greetings, guests of the House of the Hearth.
It's been a while, Arlecchino.
Well, that moves us now to step 4. I was expecting we'd go a little longer, but that was way shorter than the first 2 that came before. So, over at the Krumkake. Or, no, this is the Design Bureau.
Here, stupid Solnari. Ugh, whatever. I've got all the data I need. Next time we meet, you're finished.
Meanwhile,
Sure doesn't pull his punches.
Excuse me, do you need a hand?
You can do me a favor by staying out of my way. Can't you see I'm busy? Wait a minute. I recognize that voice.
who is it?
Hello, Miss Sandrone.
Oh,
Father
hello
sent us
there.
over to help.
Yeah, hello there.
How considerate of her.
Yeah, so we're getting a crossover with Fontaine.
Hey, Fremine, get over here and help me fix this. Lenny, you do your thing. Just keep your sister away from my machines. Nearly every machine that Catgirl touches ends up going haywire. Go put her on cleaning duty or something.
Yeah.
Then let's start downstairs. Fremine, we'll leave this place to you. You've got it.
Wait a second.
What?
Pretty sure there's still some tea in the cupboard. If you want some, you'll have to make it yourselves.
I don't think they'll be in the mood. Meanwhile, part 5. Looks like we're all coming together now. Return to the secret base and discuss your next steps. We could do that, or, because we've gone so far in main story, Hi there, Catherine.
Ad Astra Abyssosk.
But yeah, after 2
Thank
days,
you
I'm
for completing
free.
today's commissions. Here is your reward. Ad Astra Abyss.
Yeah, let's claim all of our stuff. That's not all we need to do, because I have so much to catch up on. So yeah, even though I lost a week to Christmas vacation, I'm almost still at the point where I'm about to max out my BP level for this time period. And for those of you who are wondering, yes, I did get enough to get a 10-wish opportunity to try and get Veresa. But they didn't give me Veresa, even though I got a gold wish. Instead, they gave me a duplicate of Mona, who is already in my roster. Yeah. What should have been over here was actually over here, for some ridiculous reason. Yeah, someone who you can get from the Acquaint Fates ended up being over here. For some stupid reason. So before we go and discuss our next steps, let me get my other stuff for the day in the week underway. Let me go ahead and start getting weapon material enhancement ore built for the week. So I got that going. And then, remind myself where the cooking goes. Because I have been making use of this place more as my go-to location for getting the cook 20 dishes task done. But something I'll point out here, and I'm surprised that they've taken this away because this used to be part of accumulations for your missions. But why do they, and maybe you can answer this, Luna, but why do they no longer have the bounties or the weekly commissions anymore among the daily and weekly missions? Because you used to be able to have that included in this list, but you no longer have that option anymore. So why did they get rid of that? I'll give you a chance to answer as I decide what I'm gonna cook to meet my quota for the week. We're not lacking on materials for this, so let's go ahead and get myself 20 for completing the quota. Then I can go and open up the Serenity pot. And yeah, I am maxed out for my current situation.
This realm is truly...
So, get my trust point ranks accumulated. There we go. Oh. Well, I wasn't expecting you to come and join me in here, Luna. Yeah, I need to focus on building stuff. Because, yeah, I have way more chunks of stuff than I'm ever gonna need, and it sucks that I can't sell things in this game like you can in Final Fantasy XIV. And you just look like a creepy hoarder. Then go into Realm Depot. Get 10 more vials for next week.
If you ever have any questions...
So I got that checked off. Level 47. And level 48. Yeah, even with the week off for Christmas, I'm still gonna max out. That's crazy. Alright, new game able to participate in. So I've got that to look forward to. I've already maxed this out. I'm good for right now, Luna, thanks. Alright. Let's head back to Secret Base. Let's see if we can't get ourselves some more scorigami. You see the beam of light and we will run towards it. So around the corner and in we go. But yeah, I can't get into your Serenity Pod when I try and use it for that one weekly, for the weekends, for getting
it's a
stuff
relief
bought.
to see you all made it back in one piece.
Huh? Feels like there's quite a few people missing. Where's Flint's and the others? And what about Nefer?
They'll join us soon enough.
I returned ahead of them. Flint is helping Aino and Anefa to set up the decoys and buy us some time. As for Miss Nefer...
Boss is still wrapping things up on her end. She sent us back to fill you all in on the top secret intel we've been gathering.
I see. Then let's get right into it.
Yes, please.
But first, who do we have here? You brought someone else in to help?
Yeah, we called in a favor to more of the members of the Fatui, of the Harbingers.
Greetings. I was invited here to help as a longtime Tea Party companion of Columbina's. You may call me Arlecchino.
Surely it can't be.
Oh, you know who this is too?
Those eyes. Oh, where have I seen them before? Wait, of course. In those memories we just saw.
The only Arlecchino I know is the fourth of the Fatui Harbingers.
Yep.
So either you share a pretty uncommon name, or you're more than just a Tea Party buddy.
You are well informed, Grandmaster. A man from Mondstadt living all the way out here in Nodcry, and yet the people and affairs of Snezhnaya seem to hold a special place in your heart.
Oh, the feeling's mutual. Sounds like you know all about who I am, too.
A Fatui Harbinger.
The atmosphere in here just got really tense. Guess we can't just start trusting Fatui Harbingers, even at a time like this.
Well, the game decided that they're good enough that they could be party members in my roster, and so she's actually in it.
I must admit, though, I'm a little curious. Seeing as the Moon Goddess no longer belongs to the Fatui, what makes you so willing to put your neck on the line here?
Nor does Nodcry belong to Mondstadt, Mr. Varka. Yet still, you're fighting for it all the same. Things don't always have to have a tangible payoff. Sometimes, stopping things from spiraling out of control is a higher priority than chasing the spoils of victory. Of course, I can't say there's nothing in it for me at all. But that's between Columbina and myself.
Yeah, we couldn't have saved Fontaine without her.
Forgive me. I don't mean to doubt you. It's just that the Fatui really have been the source of many of our troubles. We have our own way of doing things here in Nodcry. But ever since they arrived, the Fatui have treated us with nothing but hostility.
I know there's been a lot of bad blood between us in the past. I've done my utmost to avoid friction whenever I could. But sometimes fundamental conflicts of interest simply can't be settled amicably. That's why I'm here solely in a personal capacity. This has nothing to do with the Fatui. As a gesture of good faith, I'll be frank. I can help Columbina track down the iridescent moon's marrow, which will help her restore more of her power. Anyway, what else is on the agenda? Let's begin.
She says she'll be frank, then completely skips over the details. Looks like she doesn't want to give away too many secrets after all.
Yeah, her secrets are currently doing stuff elsewhere with the marionettes.
But she clearly wants to change the subject.
It'd be awkward if I tried to bring it up again now. I guess we'll just have to go along with it. She's the fourth of the Fatui Harbingers, after all.
Yeah, and giving you a cold stare.
And you can tell she's not someone you'd want to mess with.
Nope. Don't mind me.
Well, since Miss Arlecchino sounds confident in her ability to handle that, we'll proceed to the next topic. Yehoda, time to share that top-secret intel.
Alright, listen up everyone. First, we now know that RERIR was originally a Conrian secret agent whose primary mission was to hunt down and assassinate the so-called dregs of the Crimson Moon.
Yeah, that perks up her interest.
Dregs of the Crimson Moon.
In the memories, there was a lot of talk about the Crimson Moon and Eclipse, and a whole bunch of other stuff from the time of Conria.
Yeah, this affects you? And she just nods.
To my knowledge, those were the names of two different Conrian dynasties. Long, long ago, it is said that the people of Conria worshipped the Crimson Moon, drawing a mysterious power from its reflection. But one day, a coup saw the Crimson Moon eclipsed, hence the name of the new dynasty that replaced it, and how it became the new emblem of Conria.
Still, long after the Crimson Moon dynasty had fallen, the last ruler of the Eclipse dynasty, the Vinster King, still coveted the secrets it left behind. So, he sent the RERIR'S of Solnari to secretly hunt down the Crimson Moon's few remaining followers.
Yeah, I mean, those lambs of Dalamud are pretty dangerous.
In those days, RERIR showed no signs of madness. In fact, he was as normal as any other person. Oh, and he had a fiancé, or at least a would-be fiancé, called Tholindis.
Who was killed, right?
What's the matter?
Yeah. Just after RERIR gained on his body, he called out that name.
Verifania, Rhine-daughter, Flinders.
He's going mad.
Interesting. Anything else? What about this would-be fiancé of his? Do we know anything about her?
Well, she was a researcher at the Universitas Magistrorum, but it felt like she was hiding some kind of secret.
Oh, and one more thing. For some reason, RERIR'S fragment also contains some of Tholindis' memories, though only a very small portion.
Well, no shortage of potential leads, I'll give you that. In any case, it sounds like we can conclude that while Tholindis was still around, RERIR appeared to be lucid and quite normal. Tholindis, it seems, must have been the one thing in this world that he couldn't let go of. Tell me though, were these pure-blood Conrians we're talking about here?
Why do you need to know that? Hold on. If she was a pure-blood Conrian...
Yeah, she might still be alive.
Oh yeah! Just like how it was with the captain.
If we could somehow find her, do you think there's any chance RERIR might regain some of his sanity?
It's possible, but it would take a miracle. We can't pin all our hopes on that. That merchant who Nefer knows, Dori Sangama Bay. Maybe we could hire her to look into it.
All right,
Dory
then.
again?
Let's keep working in our separate teams. Traveler, Paimon, Kutar, and Miss Arlecchino will go look for the iridescent moon's marrow. As for the others...
On the way over here, I noticed that the wild hunt monsters had grown even more frenzied in their search for Kutar. At this rate, the people living here will be in grave danger too. So I'm thinking of gathering together some of our followers to go wipe them out.
I'll head back to the Curatorium and meet up with the boss.
Feels good knowing we've all got something to be getting on with.
I guess.
Given that the Wild Hunt has been a lot more active lately, the Lightkeepers have likely begun their own operations too. If that is the case, someone will need to pass the news on to Flint's. I'll hold the fort for now, then discuss our next move with Flint's, Aino, and Anefa when they get back.
All right then.
Well, the clock's ticking. If that's everything, we'll be on our way.
I guess we will.
We'd better get moving too. We'll try to buy you as much time as we can.
Relax. Just do your thing. Now, I decided to call in some backup since things are getting so hairy. Our reinforcements should be here any minute now. Stay safe, everyone. Dismissed.
Yeah, who do you have in mind? Because I doubt it's the Knights of Favonius. So as Mr. Varka goes through the paces and tries to devise some strategies. Oh, who comes
We're
in?
Back. Did we get here a little early? Or a little late?
Late.
A tad late. The others have already set off. To summarize, our resident moon goddess has found us a new ally, and Boss Nefer has uncovered some promising info. Everything going smoothly on your end?
Not great. I don't know how long we can stall them for. The decoys are getting taken out way faster than we imagined. I'm gonna make some more later, but I need a timeout first. I'm so tired right now.
Yeah, and you're lacking for your confections.
Oh, right. Inefa, could you fill in Uncle Varka on what we just discussed with Flints?
Sure. Uncle Varka.
Go ahead.
You previously told us about how when you went to investigate a source of the Wild Hunt in Amsvartnir, you discovered that it was just a diversion. But according to Flints' intel, several outbreaks of the Wild Hunt had already occurred in Notcry in the period leading up to that. That was before RERIR had regained his body, when he was far from regaining his full strength. In other words, in theory at least, he still lacked the means to act in two places at once.
Flints, with everything that's been happening, the Lightkeepers across Notcry are rallying to fight back against the Wild Hunt. They're gonna need your help. I know, I'm sure you're capable of coming up with something far more effective than decoys. But for now, you should stay here and get some rest. And Efa and I will head back over to Amsvartnir to see if there's anything I missed.
I told you Uncle Varka would say that, didn't I?
Database updated. Reliability of Aino's predictions increased.
What does that mean?
They were betting on how you'd respond after hearing their intel.
It's the obvious choice, isn't it? That's hardly worth betting on.
We already decided that Inefa should go investigate the situation over at Amsvartnir on her own. You might as well stay here and keep watch. Someone needs to hang back and oversee our strategy meetings. And besides, you still haven't fully recovered from ambushing RERIR.
Even though he has that big smile on his face.
So I've ended up with the easiest assignment. Well, I appreciate it, everyone. See you when you get back.
Alright then. On to chapter 6. Go to the place that the knave mentioned. Yeah, because she's right at my side. Alright, here we go.
This will serve as a good spot to cross over.
Arlecchino, hold up a second. Since you brought us all this way, would you mind telling us what you've got planned?
I don't think she's privy to doing that sort of thing.
We still haven't got the slightest idea what's going on here. And if even Columbina doesn't know where the iridescent moon's marrow is, how do you?
Simple. Because I am an inheritor of the royal bloodline of the Crimson Moon. And one of the last surviving embers of the Two Worlds' flames.
Huh?
Yeah, why did you never tell us that?
Are you serious? Isn't you're a descendant of that Crimson Moon dynasty we were just talking about? The one from ancient Conria?
Hearing about this, I can't help but wonder just how many Fatui Harbingers can trace their bloodline back to Conria. And does the Tsaritsa also fall into this?
Your surprise is understandable. I was also taken aback when I first learned of it. But the more I thought about it, the more I realized the signs had been there all along. When I was young, I discovered I could wield a very special kind of fire. It coursed like blood through my veins and smoldered away inside my nerves. What's more, Whenever I experienced strong bursts of emotion or drew too deeply on this power, it was like some kind of presence within the fire would begin to gnaw away at me, consuming me from the inside out.
I see.
Exactly. That is why my hands are like this, too. At first, I saw it only as a curse, but once I became a harbinger, the Jester apprised me of the truth.
Jester. Great.
Together with my own investigations over the past few years, there are several things that I have gradually come to understand. For instance, take the so-called Crimson Moon. In truth, it is nothing more than the shattered remnants of the iridescent moon, fused with the abyss to prolong its lifespan.
Oh no.
Since this blood flame was bestowed upon me by the Crimson Moon, it is a fusion of the iridescent moon's former power and the corruption of the abyss. You all understand the nature of the abyss well enough. I draw upon its power, and in return, it hungers for my soul.
And you don't seem to care.
This strange blackness is the mark of corruption it has left behind.
If I recall correctly, you once told me that if the corruption ever made it to your heart, you'd become a completely different person.
Yes, and that's the reason I'm always careful not to push my power too far. It's essentially a never-ending tug-of-war.
Whew. Sounds intense.
It does.
Anyway, the rest of my story can wait. Is there anything else about the Crimson Moon or the Iridescent Moon that you're unclear about?
Paimon has a question. So, the Crimson Moon that the Karians used to worship was actually the Iridescent Moon, right? Which was one of the three Moon Sisters. Does that mean that the Karians were to the Crimson Moon as the Frost Moon Scions are to the Frost Moon?
So much of that history has been lost. We have no way of knowing exactly what they were like. But I would suspect that the Conrians weren't as devout in their moon worship as it might appear. The iridescent moon's remains simply served as their link to the abyss. Later on, perhaps someone discovered a way to make direct contact with the abyss. Or maybe there was some kind of ideological divide. Either way, a dissenting faction staged a coup and drove out the royal heirs of the Crimson Moon dynasty. Still, even with the dark sun looming high overhead, the Crimson Moon's glow never truly faded. If you want living proof, it's standing right before you.
Oh, I believe you.
The first time we met, I sensed something familiar in your presence. When I looked at you, I felt I could see that mysterious red moon in the corner of my eye. In your flames, I saw its broken image, surrounded by a strange black aura.
Well, I appreciate that you kept it to yourself. Much about the Crimson Moon is still a mystery, and I'd prefer not to end up as the object of an insane research project.
I always thought that initially that that Arlecchino got her power as a result of an insane research project, because given the Syriza's obsession with no-seas...
Anyway, time is against us here, so if there's any other questions, they'll have to wait. I just want to make sure I've got one thing straight. In her letters, Sandrone mentioned that since you are unable to contain the iridescent moon's marrow yourself, you intend to leave it in my custody. Correct?
That's right. For now, it's the only way I can pay you back for your help. The iridescent moon is already part of who you are. So with its marrow in your possession, you'll be even more powerful than before.
Will that also apply to if she's in my party?
Deal. Then let's get started.
Get what started? What does this place have to do with the Crimson Moon?
We're about to find out, Paimon.
When I first became a harbinger, the Jester gave me a book called Paranheri, also known as Leobranto Inamorato.
That's a lot of tongue twisters.
You should be able to buy a copy next time you're in Fontaine. It's a love story set in the Crimson Moon era. But setting aside the tangled romances of its characters, it also records a few interesting details. In the Crimson Moon era, or so the story goes, there was an orphanage that received children from beyond the bounds of this world, and subjected them to a peculiar induction ceremony.
Beyond the bounds of this world? For real? And What kind of induction ceremony?
The Crimson Moon sages looked beyond this world for beings with powers that surpassed the gods. But fearing they might lose control, they subjected these children to a process of refinement.
Oh, great.
They made these children crawl up a fireplace and kept asking them, "Have you died? Did you see it?" Until they finally admitted to having died and seen a crimson moon.
Crawl up a fireplace? As in, like, up a chimney? Is that what they're talking about? And yeah, have you died while being in a chimney? But yeah, these children are not Santa.
The adults embraced the children who passed the ritual, telling them, "Within the fireplace, you have traversed the flames between two worlds. Here and now, you are born anew." The book leaves much unsaid. But I suspect that this was their way of branding the children they had enrolled, leaving an indelible mark upon them so that they would forever live in the Crimson Moon's light.
That explains why I can't sense the Crimson Moon's marrow in this world. It makes sense that it would be sealed in a special space that can only be accessed temporarily through some kind of ritual.
But there's no fireplace here. Do you see a chimney anywhere? Oh, are we supposed to build it ourselves? Okay, fine. Paimon will go find some bricks.
What's with the deadpan there, traveler?
That won't be necessary. The fireplace is purely symbolic. The key to the ritual is crossing the flames between two worlds. In other words, the flames that burn within me.
Yikes.
Those burned away by such flames leave behind a kind of ghostly afterimage in the world. In the days of Conria, people believed they could be used to bridge the gap between the two worlds of life and death. In short, I can open a passage to that space for you. That's the easy part.
And the hard part?
The catch is I'll need to stay on this side to keep the passage open. So I won't be able to come with you. Once you're inside, you'll have to find your own way.
Point of no return.
Very well. Then I'll open it up.
Traveler, spare me a little more moonlight if you would. I may need it.
Also, given that Arlecchino's gonna be in our party, it's gonna be impossible for her to be just on this side. But yeah, here you go there, Columbina.
Thank you. I feel like I've recovered some of my strength now. It should be enough to move us across short distances and confront whatever dangers might await.
Right. Yeah, don't worry there, Arlecchino 1. We'll make sure Arlecchino 2's in good hands.
Hues of ages past, great mother of the present, crimson-clad sovereign of the two realms. By fire severed, by fire renewed. I offer myself now and beseech your descent.
Yeah, open wide. Cause something's coming. So, showing off her moves with her scythe. She's made us a stairway to hell, essentially.
One word of advice. As you're crossing over, no matter what voices you hear, do not answer.
Got it.
Okay.
I sense a sinister gloom inside, but also the familiar light of the moon. I feel that I am about to meet an old friend who has changed beyond all recognition. All right, let's go.
Let's do it then. Yeah, we've literally combined Def Leppard and AC/DC with this. It's simultaneously the stairway to heaven and the highway to hell. And now, here we go.
Your presence and craving death and rebirth.
over from another world, transcended fate itself. I have no right to.
Yeah, make sure that we're not followed or have anyone reaching out to us. But then eventually...
Hey! Look up at the sky! A red moon! This must be the spot, right? Is that the abyss? It's practically filled the entire place. What now?
Well, now we have to ask Master Louis Swa to stop Dalamud from falling.
What a tragic sight. Fragments of your broken body, seized by the abyss, and hung up aloft like mummified remains. Iridescent moon. Was this truly what you wished for?
Yeah, well, we're about to find out.
Oh, there's something spooky about this place. Feels like something is lurking in the fog. Paimon's right behind you. Whatever you do, don't run off without her.
Just stay close there, Paimon. That's all I ask.
By the way, Columbina, didn't you tell us that the iridescent moon had shattered into pieces? The moon up there looks pretty whole to Paimon. How is that possible?
Maybe it's because it's in a dream sequence? No real way to know. But we got these guys in the way.
Speed of light.
Yeah, I'll keep Arlecchino in the back before we really start making our moves here. Yeah, we're finding Hilla trolls seemingly everywhere.
Just like I thought. It was only a facade.
Yeah, now Dalamud's starting to break up. Hi there.
Cut to the chase. Hey there! Hey there!
Alright, almost got you, and there we go. Next. How much will Dalamud continue to break up? What? Oh, wow. Yeah, surprise! Gap! Mind the gap! Yeah, I know you've mentioned that you want me to stop out catching with Jean, among other things, but I really need the damage.
With sword comes shadow.
Yeah, of course, combining the overload mechanic with Pyro and Electro really helps. Plus, Nabia and her critical hit damage cannot be overlooked. And there's no way I'm kicking out the Traveler. This is his journey.
Everlasting as the moon.
Alright, past section 1, I guess, because we got ourselves a treasure chest.
Huh?
Oh.
Huh? For real? That's way too high. There's no way we'll be able to reach it.
Yeah, unless Arlecchino can build us another stairway to heaven/hell in here.
No. I'm not sensing anything up there. It's coming from under the mountain.
Yeah, where the shadow exists.
Let's see. Ah! There's some kind of weird shadow over the water. Wait, see that? Looks like a mechanism of some sort. Let's check it out.
So, yeah, jumping over the gap. Not just one of them, but two of them.
Looks like a device from the time of Kalia. Maybe people once came here to study the Crimson Moon's domain, and they left this behind. Oh, if we can activate it, we might find some clues.
Let's find out. So I guess we're severing the link to the portal?
Hey, look at that! Now that the mechanism's running, the shadow in the water looks different. Do you think these
those mechanisms might be the key to unlocking the secret? Let's try to find more of them!
Thalindis, we'll leave the rest of the research in your hands. We'll be heading back now.
I hope this isn't ruining date night.
Ugh. Mind your own business. Just leave me some snacks on the table.
Thalindis? Is that RERIR'S girlfriend? How come we're hearing her voice here?
Yeah, never did mention her.
Oh yeah. So, do you think she was studying this strange space all along?
The Abyss has made this space extremely unstable. Maybe that's why some of the things she said and did were preserved here. Like echoes. Or after images.
Whenever I see this view, it takes me back to a poem from my childhood. Waning moon, oh lifeless damsel, weeping on the mountain crest. Mourning still in wistful tone, her fragile soul now laid to rest. For me, of all people, to be here investigating the mysteries of the Crimson Moon space. Is it a coincidence? Or something more?
Maybe it is. Activate the second device. Keep going around.
Nowhere to hide. Incoming.
Well, I can't really argue against the damage that these three can do with what they have.
Don't blink. Hit.
Plus, I'm not currently in a really much of a mood to build up their talents any further because doing their respective tasks is just painful.
Way to get it working again. Let's see if there are any other devices nearby.
All right then. Amon says no to this one.
Coming at
All right, you asked for it.
With sword comes shadow.
Oh wow, you really withstood that.
Watch out! Attack!
Spring forth!
Transfixed. Hey there!
Alright, away he goes. There's chest number 2. This one's untainted. Fire the cannons! So now we gotta go back to this one. But yeah, I can show you again. Low?
I see. So the moon marrow, or rather the power of the 3 moons, is the key to unlocking.
Yeah, unlocking something.
If it really does exist, then maybe this madness can finally be put to an end.
What do you mean low? I've maxed her out on her Geo. I've maxed her out on her crit rate. And she's got the Gladiator ×4 on her. So she's getting her damage boosted a lot. Yeah, her elemental damage is maxed out. Her crit rate is maxed out. How's that really low? Oh, I can't go any further. I gotta go this way now. So we gotta fly all the way over here before I get targeted. Yeah, all of a sudden we're playing American Gladiators Assault. I was just innocently gliding in. There we go. So we've altered that. And now,
with the Abyss inhibitors in place, I should be able to access the chamber with the moon marrow. Oh, Rerir, with every step you take, you're drifting further from what you truly desire. But you're not the root of the problem. Ever since that outsider set foot in Conria, the Vinster King has sunken deeper into madness. If only I could get my hands on that outsider.
But who is it? Who is this mystery person?
Hey look! The moon's reflection is back to normal! Elindis' voice mentioned a chamber with the moon marrow. Do you think maybe it's hidden in the moon's reflection?
It must be. For within it, I sense the fragile aura of a dying soul.
Then there's no time to lose! Let's go!
Alright then, let's do it. Enter the reflection of the moon. So now that we've come over here, how fitting for a title.
These things are so creepy!
Sever the abyssal
Looks
fetters.
like we'll have to destroy them if we want to get to the iridescent moon's marrow!
Oh great. I hope this isn't like in... Oh man. Sever the abyssal fetters. Where would they be? Oh, I can't jump? No, I can't. Do I just attack them?
Coming at ya!
Okay. Yeah, don't worry.
Hey there!
Navi's got more than enough firepower. Alright, so, yeah, obviously, they're like, once you make this decision, there's no turning back.
That must be the iridescent moon's marrow! Oh, we'll need to destroy these things before we can reach it!
Well, let's see what we can do then. And yeah, there are defense mechanisms in place.
Watch out! Watch out! Everlasting as the moon!
Nowhere to hide.
Attack!
Propagate!
Overruled!
Yeah, where do you think you're going?
Hey there!
Oh, where did his friend go? Okay, I was totally expecting this to start being weakened to the point where I would have to...
This is where you fall.
Where it would have its gray health meter going. Oh, Navia took some hits there.
Hey there!
Yeah, I was thinking I was gonna have a situation like in Sumeru. Where I had to clean the corruption that was there. Yeah, I have so much healing food right now. Maybe it's too much. So yeah, is there a way to get to you from where I am? As I keep running into invisible plot walls. So then, well, looking to intervene.
Transfixed!
A proper send-off from the Festina with love. Coming at ya.
Alright, keep going. So we're past that, but yeah, you know more are coming.
Nowhere to hide.
I'm coming at ya. Watch out.
Scatter!
Haha. Incoming.
Almost got you beats.
Hey
There we go.
Haha. That's pretty there. We're so close.
Alright, that's 2. We can keep going around. Alright, Arlecchino, you need to heal.
Overruled.
Coming at ya. Hey.
Terminate!
With sword comes shadow.
Yeah, not much out of him yet, but I expect that'll change.
Coming at ya.
Alright, pops it down.
Well.
This is where you fall.
Coming at ya. Hey there.
Laid bare.
Yeah, keep it going. We're doing better than I thought I would do, honestly. Navia could use some more health replenish again. And she gets the winning blow.
Hey there. Tap.
Alright, it's broken. Sure.
We finally did it.
The iridescent moon's marrow, still burning away like an undying flame, yet now contaminated by the abyss. It has taken on a new form entirely.
Because, yeah, I imagine that since you were somehow found a way to look at Navia's stats, I imagine you can also see my entire roster.
If we can purify the abyssal power within, we should be able to obtain its untainted essence.
Alright. So what am I gonna do to purify it? Is that how it's supposed to look?
It's so cold.
Oh. Who goes there? Or is it within?
Is it you? Are you here?
Huh? Are you talking to us?
At long last, I can see you once more. Our fates have crossed, and I am finally free.
But you can see what Navia's base stats are, or my party's base stats, right?
I'm sorry. I lied to you. Even knowing what was to come, I still couldn't let go of the fear in my heart. As death drew near, the moment the moon shattered, my body began to split apart piece by piece. Like I was being cut into pieces by 1,000 blunt blades. My thoughts scattered as the cold crept in. But I could not bear to fade away like that. Tell me, what was it that brought you to us all that time ago? If only I had possessed your courage, then I might have been spared this torment more painful than death. You look so puzzled. That's how I felt too when I first saw you.
Who is she referring to?
But trust me when I say that everything happens for a reason. Farewell, Hypo.
Who's Hypo? And who are you calling out to?
What was that all about? Was that the goddess of the iridescent moon? It sounded like she was speaking to a long-lost friend. But none of us have ever met her before, right?
Perhaps. She took me for the goddess of the frost moon she once knew. For a fading soul like hers, our auras must be too similar to tell apart.
But anyway, we've got the iridescent moon's marrow now. That should help you regain your strength, right? Alright, time to leave this place and meet back up with Arlecchino. Let's go!
Alright. Let's be off. Yeah, they are.
That's odd. This place looks different than when we came in.
Waning moon, oh lifeless damsel.
Uh-oh. What's going on now? Yeah, Dalamud now begins to hurtle towards Eorzea.
Hurry! The place is collapsing!
Yeah, I hope you can run while you're blind there, Miss Columbina.
It wants to trap us here.
Who's it? The Abyss?
Now we've taken the moon marrow. All that's left here is a dark will. It will show us no mercy.
Just keep running, guys. Oh, thank you for the warp. You were always reliable in that regard. Oh, wow. Yeah, Wild Hunt's full throttle. Cut through their traveler. Oh, man. Who's coming to see us? Yeah. Hi there, Arlecchino. Yeah, you've been in my party this whole time. When were you gonna do something?
What are you waiting for?
Yeah, don't dawdle. Oh. Yeah, the Traveler touched it first, though. Florian did touch it first. So when we get back.
Oh, we made it! Was that you, Arlecchino? Did you save us? Wait, your hands! They're...
Yeah, smoking.
Oh, this? Don't worry. It's a small price to pay. The Abyss wanted to trap you inside, and I defied its will by bringing you out. No wonder it's a little angry.
Little? Yeah, if we can purify the abyssal power...
No. I have paid the price, albeit a small one, and it cannot be undone. My hands have already fused with the Abyss. Purification would simply destroy whatever's left of them.
But surely...
Yeah, this is basically the equivalent of "'tis but a scratch."
Oh, we're so sorry, Arlecchino. Paimon can't believe you'd make a sacrifice like this for us.
As much as I'd like to call it a favor, the truth is I was simply holding up my end of the deal. Well, Columbina.
Yes, you did your part. And as promised, I will leave the iridescent moon's marrow in your care. From this day forth, may the two worlds' flames burn ever more brightly.
Yeah, go ahead and take it all in.
I'll take that as a blessing. Now, Columbina, give me your hand. Accept this moonlight I offer in return.
Oh? Yeah, who knew you had it in you? I guess you recognize it.
Feeling stronger?
Oh, maybe not.
Hey, Columbina, are you okay?
I'm fine. Our powers are a little at odds, that's all.
By the Frost Moon's authority alone, wielding the power of the other moons was always going to be a stretch. Still, I think it's fair to say that your strength has returned. At least to the level it was at as Third Harbinger.
It's still not enough. There's no way I can hope to challenge RERIR like this.
So what do we do?
Just one more ray of moonlight, if you would.
Yeah, don't push yourself too hard.
It's okay. I can take it.
Alright. Yeah, so now it's my turn. You know, we have to team up with Arlecchino here. Oh, flowers are turning blue.
How about now? Fighting fit?
At the very least, I won't have to stay hidden like before. I want to see him gone from Not Cry. The Rehir of Solnari and his wild hunt must be sent back where they belong.
Well, it's good to have something to aim for. You certainly seem more alive now than you did earlier. When I first met you, you didn't strike me as a ray of moonlight. More like a wisp of fog drifting in from who knows where, ready to scatter at the first sign of a breeze. But now, you're full of vitality. Just like the frost moon, once the brightest of them all. May you keep shining, Columbina. This is who you are.
Thank you. Look after yourself too, Arlecchino. I know you have plans of your own, and that's why you're always seeking to grow stronger. But whatever you're after, don't let the Abyss take a hold of you. I do not wish to see you go down the same path as RERIR.
I appreciate the concern, Columbina. Although perhaps it's time you took a new name.
Well, she does have the title that you gave her over in, when she was a Harbinger.
Kutar, the Moon Maiden, Columbina. They're nothing more than code names. They describe who she is and the roles she's played, but they're not her real name. We often use code names in the House of the Hearth, too. But it's knowing your real name that keeps you grounded. Up till now, you've been living a wandering life, so you've probably never really cared. All I'll say is this. Once you've defeated RERIR, give it some thought. All right, that's it from me. I'll get you back safely first, then go meet up with Sandrone.
You're the best!
Yeah, she is.
I appreciate the gesture. It speaks to your good character. Anyway, let's get going. There are more urgent things to do right now than trade compliments.
And that brings Act 3 to a close. I thought we would have pushed a little longer.
But we got the iridescent moon's marrow and restored Columbina's strength. And that's all that matters. In other words, mission accomplished. Paimon wonders how everyone else is doing.
And so, yeah, let's go ahead and claim this. There we go. Yeah, but if I'm not mistaken, yeah, we can go right to Act 4. We can keep going. Before we do, though, we need to heal. And also, while I'm thinking about it, while it's on my mind, yeah, I have the Luna statues at level 4 right now as far as the Lunoculus are concerned. But I guess it would be remiss of me to show you how much progress I've made with the meeting points. I should show you with that at least, where I'm currently staying with those. So with the Enclave, I currently have it at level 4. This is my highest progression as far as that's concerned. So, got the 70% exploration progress of Hisi Island, and been able to get it to level 4 up to this point. Then, so yeah, as mentioned before, that is my highest because the others are currently at level 3. So the Konkake is at level 3, but Lampawile just need 5 more percent to find, plus a couple more Luna Sigils, and I can get that to level 4 as well. And then up in the corner at Final Night, also at level 3, but 9 more points from Paha Isle to get to that 70% too. So, now that I've shown that all off, let's return to our meeting place. And see what else we can learn or accomplish. Alright, so...
Do you think the others are making good progress? Hope it's all going smoothly. Oh, hey look! They made it back as well!
Oh, hey guys.
Flint's! Llama! How'd it all go?
All is well, thank you. Nefer and Yehoda had to stay at the curatorium to wrap things up, so they won't be joining us for now.
I ran into Miss Anefa and Miss Aino on the way back. Their work is still in progress, so I suspect they won't be back for a while either.
You seem rather cheerful today, Mr. Flint's.
I certainly am. I achieved what I set out to do and came away with more than I bargained for.
Is that so?
Fighting alone can get quite tedious, but I had the good fortune to run into a pair of brave young warriors.
We meet again. How have you been?
Oh, hello there, Albedo.
Albedo! What are you doing here?
Yeah, you're here to see Varka?
That would be a natural assumption to make. It's also the correct one.
Also, how did he get that star tattooed on his neck?
These two courageously lent me a hand while I was fighting the Wild Hunt. When they told me they were Sir Varka's colleagues, it all made sense. And given how people of outstanding talent tend to cross paths, it's no wonder you're already acquainted.
So, who's your travel buddy, Albedo?
Yeah.
Why don't you come and introduce yourself?
Who's the mystery partner? With the devil tail. And who's basically looks like Arlecchino, but dressed in black.
A gentleman of few words, I see. And a rather stern countenance. I presumed you were acquainted with him. Is that not the case?
Oh, hold on. This guy was available in Wishes a couple of rounds ago, right?
It's nice to meet you. Again. We've technically met before.
Okay, yeah, it is that guy. Yeah, he was available in Wishes a couple rounds ago, but I wasn't really interested in getting him.
Wait a sec! You're Minnie Durin!
That's right. It's me. I'm glad to see you again.
By the way, he says it's okay if you drop the mini.
Yeah, I'm not as mini as I used to be.
Interesting, isn't it? The first step towards blending into human society appears to be reflecting on whether one's name really reflects who they are.
Wow! You look so different! In a good way, of course. It's great to see you looking so healthy.
Thank you, Paimon. And although you're as mini as ever, I understand that diminutives don't always convey endearment. I'll be sure to simply call you Paimon as a sign of my great respect for you.
Wow! You're such a smooth talker now. Paimon could get used to this.
I'm sure you could.
Personally, I think our little Paimon is the perfect size. When people call her Little Paimon, it's just because she's so adorable that they can't help themselves. If that's not a sign of endearment, what is?
You're absolutely right, Miss Lauma. My brother still has a long road ahead of him when it comes to understanding human relationships.
Anyway, speaking of long journeys, didn't Columbina, leave with you? How come she isn't back yet?
Oh, about that.
She's been catching up with old friends. Wouldn't be surprised if she stopped for a cup of tea or 10 on the way back.
Uh-oh. People are talking about me. Hope it's nothing negative.
No, it's all good. Yeah, she's in much better spirits after meeting her old colleagues.
Judging from your expressions, I'm guessing it all went well?
It's getting crowded here. I'll go grab some chairs.
Maybe
No
go
need.
indoors too.
This is a job for an alchemist. I'll whip some up momentarily.
Oh.
Thank you for your hospitality, ladies and gentlemen, but I was merely escorting my friends back. I'll be meeting Sandrone shortly, as we still have some things to discuss. It's been a pleasure, everyone. But this is where I'll say goodbye.
We really appreciate your help.
Yeah, don't worry, she's not going far.
Oh, come on. Spare the formalities. I'm just glad I could help out some true friends.
I understand. Well, bye for now. Harlequino.
Oh, this place is hopping. It's probably a good thing one of us left. Otherwise, we might not fit all these people in.
Are you saying we're about to run out of chairs?
As a matter of fact, I am. Come on in and see for yourself.
Alright. Act 4 begins. So yeah, let's see what happens when we go inside. Hey there, Barca. Oh, suddenly. Replace one creepy individual with another.
I overheard your little chit-chat outside, by the way. With Miss Columbina's colleague gone, we should be back to the original crew plus the other colleagues I brought in. Though, it looks like we have another new face. Someone else managed to rope in a colleague too?
Frankly, you and Paimon are the only people I know here.
Hey, Bubba. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you with us.
Is Dainsleif, colleague of Tibet's greatest guide, Paimon, and greatest adventurer, the Traveler. Well, not exactly colleagues, more sort of friends.
When someone else jumps in to do the announcing, you know you're speaking to someone important.
Let's hear what he has to say.
Note to self. Once Paimon knows your name, the rest of the world will soon follow.
When he comes looking for us, it's usually something important. Paimon's guessing you've heard about the Wild Hunt, then.
From the looks of it, you're about to hold a meeting. If I were to say that the Wild Hunt is our mutual enemy, would that earn me a seat at the table?
As the saying goes, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Mr. Dainsleif, there's a seat with your name on it. Though, I can't promise the same for everyone else. Hey, Albedo, think you can rustle up a couple more chairs?
After all this time apart, Grandmaster Varka's first order is to rustle up a couple more chairs. I've missed this.
Is he being sarcastic?
Hey, he's your brother. Why are you asking us?
I've still got a lot to learn about the nuances of human conversation. Trying to decipher Albedo's way of speaking has been like jumping in at the deep end.
Oh, good point. Paimon gets you now. Don't sweat it. There are people who go their whole lives without getting the hang of it. You're ahead of the game already.
I wonder what's taking Nefer so long.
Perhaps you should go and check in with her. If anyone can hurry her along, it's you.
I just got back from the curatorium. Besides, aren't you curious to see what's taking her so long?
Yeah.
Miss Nefer doesn't strike me as the type to share secrets. And since gathering intel is her specialty, I'm guessing she'd prefer to keep her methods confidential. Under such circumstances, would it not be tactless for me to impose?
I guess.
Oh, but it's fine for me to impose.
What can I say? You have an unrivaled ability to garner people's affection, Miss Moonchanter. Besides, you have far more in common with her than I do.
All right, then.
And so now...
Impressive. She barely fought back at all. I admire your powers of persuasion, my friend.
As I'm sure Miss Lauma will realize soon enough, the trick in life is to always pitch in with other people's responsibilities so that you can be selective with your own.
Another trick is to simply hide in the background.
Spoken like a true sage.
Yeah, I guess.
Anyway, looks like we've got some time to kill before the meeting. Let's take a little breather, folks. And feel free to chat amongst yourselves. We'll get down to business once the other two arrive.
Alright, so chat with everyone while you're waiting. Well, Dainsleif, let's begin with you.
Is there something you'd like to say to me?
Yeah. For starters, why'd you just show up here without even giving us a heads up?
If you think back to our previous interactions, you may recall that that's hardly out of character for me.
I guess.
You do have a point there. Oh yeah, you'll need to find somewhere to stay the night too, right? Want to tag along with us? You never know. We might get a group discount.
Sure, let's do that.
Great! Paimon will handle it. And in return, we can get Dainslift to be our very own personal bodyguard.
If that's what you had in mind, you should have said so sooner. I'd be happy to help.
Oh, okay then. Paimon was only kidding, but good to know. Anyway, since we're all here together, we might as well watch each other's backs. That's just what friends do, right?
Yep.
Indeed. Thank you.
Alright. Well, let's go through all this first, and then we can end the stream by me showing you everyone who's currently in my roster.
Truth be told,
and then you can help me figure this out.
The last time I was in a meeting with so many people.
You're not alone there, my friend. The Lightkeepers also struggle to bring everyone together for a serious discussion.
I don't doubt that. I've only ever met two Ratniki, one being you, and the other being that young guy, Eatlua.
Eatlua is a good apple. I'll give him that. He's kind, honest, and regularly delivers supplies to my lighthouse. A true Ratnik to the core. In that sense, he puts me to shame.
So you're what? A fake Ratnik? That's what it sounds like you're saying. But I get the feeling that's not quite what you meant.
Probably not. Okay, thanks so much for joining us, Minuet. We'll see you next time. Take care.
Come on, why the awkward silence?
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm not even gonna bother trying to hide it. You've known all along, haven't you, my friend?
Oh, come on, guys.
Now that was an awkward silence.
Let's just keep this between ourselves. Probably best if Eatlua doesn't know, huh?
That goes without saying. Gotta be careful what you share with youngsters, after all.
Anyone else in the know? Let me guess. The Traveler and Paimon?
We are standing right here.
It's dangerous being too sharp for one's own good, you know.
Then, in the name of the Animo Archon Barbados himself, I swear, your secret's safe with me.
Doesn't the Animo Archon go by a different name?
When we went for drinks, you said that you and Barbados were practically best buds. In the light of that claim, do you really expect me to take your oath seriously?
Of course. Just as long as you don't go spreading around the fact that I'm close with Barbados, all right?
Fair enough, then. Nothing like a bit of mutual leverage to seal the bonds of friendship.
Indeed. Alright, who else needs to be talked to? Well, how about Arlecchino herself? Or not, no, not Arlecchino, Columbina.
You're both awfully quiet. Why don't I start us off with an icebreaker?
Much obliged.
Have either of you ever had your portrait painted? If not, I'd be glad to help.
That sounds like a lovely idea. You know how to paint, then?
I dabble occasionally.
He's an excellent painter. Tables, chairs, people, dragons, you name it. He'll paint it for you.
I'm flattered.
If I ever get the chance, I'd like to give it a try myself.
Oh, that would be interesting.
I'll bear that in mind. Anyway, how about you, Durin? What sort of portrait would you prefer?
Oh, I'd be fine with anything. Whatever style feels best to you.
Very well. Then I'll play it by ear.
You can replicate any style I want?
I can try. If you show me a sample, I'll do my best to match it.
Thank you. In that case, I'll dig up some reference material for you.
Oh, that's nice. Alright, so now that we've spoken with everyone. Yeah, well, not quite everyone, but I guess you two are last. But you are just arriving on the scene
Miss
now.
Nefer, you made it after all. But what about Yehuda?
I'm here to give you an update on how things are going on our end. Once this is over, I'll be heading straight back to continue my work. I left Yehoda back at the curatorium to watch over things while I'm gone.
Huh. So much for just this once.
Shh! Not so loud! We're on a roll here! What if she remembers and suddenly decides to back out?
Yeah, she probably overheard the whole thing.
Did you say something, Mr. Varka?
Huh? I didn't say anything. Right, Flints?
Must have been a frog. They get so noisy around here at nighttime. It's like they're putting on a concert in the background.
Anyway, before we begin, there's a few introductions to make. Let me start by saying that it's an honor to be speaking before so many distinguished colleagues and collaborators. First up, we have Miss Lauma. As Moon Chanter, she's the leader of the Frost Moon Scions, a local religious community in Nodcry. Then there's Miss Nefer, boss of the Curatorium of Secrets, an intel gatherer extraordinaire. Nefer is leading the investigation into RERIR'S background, assisted by Yehoda and Lauma. From the little I've heard, they're making some great progress. Over here, we have Mr. Flints, a ratnik and guardian of the abandoned lighthouse. In our last operation, he courageously distracted the Wild Hunt to buy time for the rest of us. For those of you who've never met, this is Mr. Albedo, a renowned alchemist and captain of the Knights of Favonius investigation team. By his side is a new face for us all, myself included, Mr. Durin, who's come to lend his aid. Next up, we have the Moon Maiden and former Fatui Harbinger, Miss Columbina. Then we have the Traveler, who's earned more titles than I could possibly hope to list out, so I'll spare you the rundown. And Paimon, the ultimate travel companion and quite possibly the best guide in all of Tevat.
Wow! That's a lot of people! Great turnout!
It certainly is.
Miss Nefer, it looks like you might have another job coming your way, so, congratulations on the booming business, I guess.
You think I haven't got enough on my hands as it is? Who's looking for me now?
That would be me, Miss Nefer. I have a commission for you.
Yeah, hi, Dainsleif.
And you are?
Who I am doesn't matter right now. What does matter is that I'd like you to gather more intelligence about the Rerir of Solnari.
Well, it's not as if we never take on anonymous commissions. But in your case, I'll have to decline. I'm gonna take a wild guess and say your job's probably more hassle than it's worth. Something about you seems like bad news.
Is it the creepy blue eyes, or is it the half mask?
It's my eyes, isn't it?
Yep.
Conrian, I assume. And what's with the mask? Are you trying to hide your identity? In any case, the fact that you're even still alive raises an awful lot of questions for me.
My name is Dainsleif. And yes, I am from Conria. As I'm sure you're aware, the Rerir of Solnari's real name is Rerir. He was once an acquaintance of mine.
Really? Then you must have been quite an influential figure yourself.
Oh, he is.
You flatter me, but none of that matters anymore. My point was simply to clarify why I have asked Miss Nefer to investigate RERIR'S background.
So you're both from Conria, and it sounds like you used to be friends? What am I missing here? Surely you already know how he became one of the Five Sinners.
Yeah, are you?
I'll tell you everything I know. The history of Conria, the names and identities of the Five Sinners. I remember it all like it was yesterday.
I'm sure you do.
I have never spoken openly of this before. But the truth was exactly as people say. The Five Sinners were each driven by their own desires, and it was by playing upon these that the Abyss tempted them to their fall, tearing Conria apart in the process. The visionary, Vedifenir, who wished to foretell the future. The wise, Haroptatir, who sought limitless knowledge. Gold, Rhindaughter, who desired to create life. The foul, Sertologi, who pursued supreme strength.
And finally...
And last, but not least, Raker of Solnari, Rerir, Ravager of the Moon. Of the 5, Rerir is the only one who remains a mystery to me. He never harbored grand ambitions. So what changed in the space of a single night? How did he come to fall like the others?
In other words, you're saying that his change came as a shock to you, and you have no idea what actually happened?
That's right.
You mentioned how the Abyss tempted them, which led to their fall. But what did that look like in practice? And what other context can you give me about the events of that time? The more detail you can give me, the better.
Yes, indeed.
Strangely, now that it comes to it, I hardly know where to begin. The fateful night took place during the era of the Eclipse dynasty. One day, my elder brother, the visionary, Vedifenir, was summoned to the palace by the Vinster King, only for the king to gouge out his eyes and cast him into the dungeons. When I came to hear of this, my fury knew no bounds. I gathered together every ally I thought I had, and together, we set a night to storm the palace and free Ved. Centuries on, the memories of that night still haunt me, like a never-ending nightmare. But then, I was betrayed. Even Vedifenir, the very person I had come to rescue, abandoned me and partook of the Abyss's power.
So, it's personal after all.
I guess.
Then tell me, Mr. Dainsleif, what price are you willing to pay? You, of all people, must know that nothing comes for free.
I cannot say what price would be worthy of such a commission. But know this. Rerir was not always a madman. Believe it or not, there was a time when he was just an ordinary man, working for the Conrian Intelligence Service. Uncovering the truth of Rerir's past is the only way to unravel this mystery. But before you decide if you will accept my commission, I will tell you more about him. Enough, I hope, to help you plan your next move.
Sounds pretty good to me. Feels like we just flagged down a random passerby, only to discover he's actually a master strategist who has a score to settle with our enemy.
Yeah, it does seem that way, doesn't it?
Can I borrow your halo? It could be useful in the lighthouse.
Hey, enough with the wisecracks. Besides, isn't that lamp of yours bright enough already?
Yeah.
Relax. It was meant to be a compliment. If that was a little over the top for your liking, I'll make sure to tone it down next time.
I'll give your proposal some serious thought, Mr. Dainsleif. Let's speak in private once the meeting is over.
Before that, there's a few things I'd like to share.
Yeah, how we get involved. You recount the meeting of the Knave, how the iridescent moon's marrow was retrieved from the Crimson Moon space. You make it clear that the Knave chose to help you of her own accord, then conclude by reporting how the hearts of the 3 moons are finally in your hands.
Now that we've united the hearts of the 3 moons, your power should be greatly enhanced. But it seems like that hasn't happened yet?
I believe it will take a little longer. You've done so much for me, so I want to be completely honest with you all. Even though I'm doing a lot better now, the truth is, my recovery will likely be an ongoing process. From the moment I was born, my power has been slowly ebbing away. And that is because Tevat has never accepted me. Even with the moons united as one, it seems my rejection cannot be undone. So far, I have yet to find a solution. It may turn out to be a problem that will plague me until the day I finally leave this place behind. Even so, I will do everything in my power to help you drive out the Rerir of Solnari. As Arlecchino put it, this is not about chasing the spoils of victory. It's just a gesture of heartfelt gratitude.
Kutar.
She seems a lot more energetic and positive than she did when we first met.
defeating the Rehir of Solnari will be no easy task. While my strength slowly recovers, we'll also need to gather more intel.
Naturally. We should take all the help we can get if we hope to defeat him.
Yeah.
We've considered several viable plans now, but our choice hinges on the answers to a few key questions.
And what would those be?
Is it even possible to kill Rerir? What experiences shaped the person or monster he became? And what's he really after? Given Albedo's expertise in alchemy, I think we should leave him to try and answer the first of these questions.
Understood.
As for the other two, I'm afraid we'll have to count on you again, Miss Nefer. Believe me when I say it's not my wish to burden you. But right now, relying on your skills is our only option.
So you're placing all your hopes on me, huh?
I guess we are.
We can't thank you enough for agreeing to help us. Honestly, I can hardly believe how lucky we are.
You sure have a talent for changing your tune, Miss Moonchanter. Timid like Yehoda one moment, then Flintz's insincere flattery the next.
Damn.
Ladies, please. I must object to your portrayal of me. That's all. Feel free to keep bickering. Just pretend I'm not here.
I almost don't want to leave this room. I'm curious to see how this plays out.
So am I.
I have faith in you, Miss Nefer. Something tells me you'll stand by us until the very end.
Oh? And what makes you so sure of that? What if I suddenly decide that my compensation is insufficient?
Damn.
This isn't about the money. I can sense that you've got a deep-seated distaste for Rerir. And knowing you, that alone is motive enough.
Look at them getting along so well. Like two peas in a pod.
And I'm the one they accuse of insincere flattery. There is no justice.
Miss Lauma, you have to understand something. Unlike you, I don't actually enjoy having everyone's hopes on my shoulders.
Is that right? Well, maybe the fact that I'm willing to put my hopes in other people says more about me than you. But the fact is, I also trust you. And that's because I know that you're someone we can count on.
Yeah, whether you like it or not.
Anyway, we've got our plan, so let's get moving. Mr. Dainsleif, let's talk. And Traveler, once we're finished, if you've nothing else planned, I'd like you to come with me.
This whole experience is teaching me a lot. For instance, I now know that when other issues come up in the future, I'll have far more luck getting Lauma to convince Miss Nefer than trying to do it myself.
Hate to say it, friend, but that's one of the funniest things I've heard in a while.
Why? You think I've got it wrong?
Quite the opposite. But what makes it so hilarious is how long it's taken you to realize.
Nefer and Dainsleif converse to Tenny for quite some time. From the gravity of their expressions, you can tell how heavily the next stage of the plan weighs upon them both. After a short chat, Albedo and Durin head off with Varka on what they describe as a sample-finding mission. Llama steps out for a while, then comes back loaded up with emergency medicine. She tells you that while people rarely expect to get hurt, it's her duty to be ready when they do. You and Paimon patiently wait for Nefer, content to see how well everyone is working together. Once Nefer is finished, you follow her and Llama back to the Curatorium, where we pick up the scene, I guess. Alright, so yeah, since we're in this situation, we're coming up on 2 hours, so we're gonna hold off on talking with Nefer until next stream. So, since we're in that situation, since you asked for my roster, I will show it now. There, Luna. I'll also take my achievements, primos. Obviously for advancing the plot. Take the mail that's here. Alright. So, and obviously you can see the VOD afterwards when I'm done streaming tonight, and also it will be ported to YouTube as well, so you can play this back whenever you need to. So, obviously, you guys have known my party has been the same for quite a while. It's the Traveler, Arlecchino, Navia, and Ketching. Then other characters I have at level 90 are Razor, who... even though I've gotten him up to level 90, he's always been one of the weaker 90s that I've had and not all that great. So I don't think he's really all that good unless there's something that I'm not really aware of. Barbara was in my party for a long time as a healer, but she began to become more of a liability as time went on, so I can't really depend on her all that much. Then Mizuki is a 5-star Animo, so I do have her in my roster. Obviously, I've not maxed out everything on her currently, but if there is something that makes her valuable and should be in the main party, definitely would appreciate it. Jean, of course, I've been told about that she also can do healing. I have gotten her a level 90 weapon, but I feel like I can do more with what she has. And her defense isn't that great right now, but her max HP right now is really high. But that's probably because of the fact that on alt characters, I'm currently just leveling other artifacts right now. So I'm not really making that much of an effort to really build artifacts up currently. Because I want to see if there is a combination that I can use that will be better for me. You were right that I do have Escoffier in my roster, so I did get her to level 90. And she's definitely one of the more better suited and balanced characters I have right now. But I haven't really found a place to really use her effectively as of yet. Nefer is my most recent character to get to level 90, obviously because I did not yet have a level 90 Dendro. But I finally was able to get one, and so she fulfills that role. I'm also surprised because I'm shocked by how many Catalyst builders I have. I'm really shocked by this, but I've been able to make good use of her skills so far whenever I've had to use her. It hasn't happened much, but when I have used her, she's been pretty good. Wolani, my Genshin waifu, who always showing off her power, positivity, and I haven't really been able to get as much use out of her as I would like. I do have her on all level 20 artifacts and a level 90 weapon, but I don't feel like I'm getting as much out of this as I would have thought I would. Mona, unfortunately, got my what I thought was going to get for Veresa. For those of you who missed out earlier in the stream, I was trying to roll for Veresa earlier today, but they gave me a duplicate of Mona instead. But her attack's really high, though. She's certainly not lacking in that regard, but she's also a Catalyst builder, being a mage that she is. Hu Tao was in our party for a long time as my replacement for another Pyro. But even though she does have a lot of strong attacks, she was starting to get held back by the fact that she had to use, in order to use her special ability, it cost her part of her health. Diluc, I know how much Elizabeth loves Diluc. I know how much of a fan she is of him. But I really haven't found much of an opportunity to make use of what he has to offer, even though he is a 5-star Pyro. But I know that he is a popular choice for some people, so if there's a way to put him in the roster, that would be great. Noelle, of course, was my main Geo for a very long time because of her defensive stance and her abilities with her longsword. I really haven't changed that much on her since I last used her, and if ever there needs to be a situation where I do need to bring her back, she's always here. Of course, we also had Layla in my party for a long time as a cryo. But she's basically been overtaken by Escoffier, and so can't really do much with her right now. And then Kale is another level 90 Dendro, but she's a 4-star Dendro as opposed to a 5-star, which is what Nefer is. She is ranged though, so I know that there's not a lot of love for bow wielders in Genshin Impact, that they rarely get used, but if Kale has any advantages, I'd certainly love to know about them. Xing Chao has been in use the odd time. Never really used fully, but whenever used, has always been indispensable when put out on the field. So there's never been a lack of opportunity to use Xing Chao when the situation is called for it. Of course, we had Jin Yan as our main pyro for a long time. But she ultimately got overtaken by both Hu Tao and then subsequently by Arlecchino as well. So, yeah, she definitely served her purpose. She did a very good job, but she just became obsolete in the end. Bennett is also on level 90 pyro.
Benny's adventure team, assemble!
And definitely not lacking for enthusiasm, even though who's unfortunately extremely unlucky. But yeah, haven't really had much of an opportunity to use Bennett either. Definitely have heard some good things about him too, especially from you, Luna, so I know that he's not lacking. Amber, I never really made Amber a level 90 to put her out on the field, but she's very situational. But whenever those situations do arise where I do need a proper ranged character, Amber and Kale as bow wielders definitely fulfill that requirement. So those are all my 90s. Skirk is really close to me getting her to her next stage of her ascension. I just need to find time to get her more materials. She's not that far from what she really needs, and what she needs is around the Collective of Plenty over in Natland, so it's not going to take that much to get her ascended to her last stage. For those who have been ascended, who are currently level 80, Kachina's at that role now, but she's a 4-star, and she's not going to really getting that much use out of me. Fischl has also reached this milestone.
I created another universe and founded paradise, for I, Fischl, am the Prinzessin
Yeah, cat got your tongue there, Fischl? Yeah, trying to find if there are ways for her to be useful. Gaming, I've also heard some good things about for reaching and being possibly a decent pyro character to use in certain situations. Haven't found those yet. Tignari I would be using Tignari more if his materials were not such a pain to grind for. Because I know that Charles has told me about that his materials for grinding, most notably, not the Lotus, but the Crystalline Cyst Dust, like those are, you have to be fighting fungi using specific elemental attacks in order to get those things to drop. But even then, the drops are still very rare. Like, I'm amazed that I still have... I'm amazed, honestly, that I have 13 right now. So, yeah, I really wanted to use Tignari more, but his materials have just been such a pain to grind. Dea, I recently got her up to level 70, and definitely a situation where I could be possibly using her, because I have seen her show up in a few parties in streams. So... but also a situation where her materials are also tough to grind for. Her pupa take a really long time to find, because they're only in a certain area in Sumeru, and trying to look for them is a real pain because a lot of it is hiding in the shadows, so not necessarily easy to find. Sucrose has already been ascended from level 70, but I really haven't had the chance to get much use out of her, and I don't really know how useful she really is. But maybe there is something that she can be used for. But yeah, don't be afraid to post in Discord when this is all said and done who you think would be capable to be in a party with my group there, Luna. Kaya is also ascended from level 70, but I haven't used him in a long time just because his attacks have proven to be very inconvenient in situations where he's been called upon, where his dash attack has proven to be a liability more than anything. So I already don't know how much more use I can get out of Kaya. And then from level 60, Ningguan is at this level, and she's ascended at level 60 and can be leveled. I really don't know much about her as far as what she offers in terms of her abilities and her attacks. Maybe you guys can let me know just what she has in store. Yunjin is at level 60 as well, not ascended though. Yeah, because most of the characters at these low levels, I really don't know anything about them because I've never used them. I'm basically leveling them up for situations where if they ever are really needed, then I do have them in my party available, and I can get them built up if necessary. Goro, I was able to do off-camera the quest that he needed in order to get his materials for Ascension. But yeah, those quests turned out to be taking a lot longer than I thought. But I ultimately did get him the materials that he needed to start being properly ascended. So if he ever has a situation, he can be built up as well. Yehoda is one of my more recent additions to my roster. Can definitely use her if there's ever a situation that requires her, because she is, it looks like she's an animo. So if that's the case, then I can definitely use her if she's necessary. And Luna, I can see in comments you say that Yehoda does have uses, so I will definitely keep that in mind once you let me know what I have. Ifa is now at level 60 as well. You've told me as well, Luna, that he does have some usefulness also. Not with a pistol, obviously, but you told me that you've been leveling him up and that he's been very good for you, so maybe if he can be put to use, we can do that. Lan Yan, who is a 5-star. She is a 5-star animo and is at level 60. But again, don't really know anything about her, don't know how useful she is, so really can't make a judgment on what she can do. Lynette is also at level 60, not ascended. We'll see if there's anything that she can provide me other than just being a fancy magician's assistant, although she does wear that top hat very well. Lisa is at level 60. Of course, I got Lisa right at the very beginning of the game, but I've gotten very little use out of Lisa, other than at just the very start of the game. But if there's more about her that I don't know about that makes her useful, I would certainly love to know about it. And as an Electro, she would definitely help to fortify what has been a decent group of Electros in my roster. Yan Fei is currently at level 60, not ascended. Has Pyro, and I know a lot of people like Yan Fei, especially cosplayers. Cosplayers really seem to like doing Yan Fei a lot, but if she's practical in this game, in comparison to other characters I currently have, she would certainly help out. Zhang Ling, not really getting much out of her, but she does keep popping up in trials. When you're doing trials where characters where you can get obtain through wishes, do those challenges, Zhang Ling appears in a lot of those challenges. So she's obviously good for something, I just don't know what it is all that much. But if she is very practical beyond just doing the trials with possible characters that you can add to your roster, like, that would be great. And then for level 50 characters, I did get Faruzan going for a while. I think she is a 5-star animo also, but I really haven't done much with her as of yet. And if there's any way I can be able to make use of her, that would be great too. Shikanoin Haizo is at level 50. Another character that I really know very little about and don't know what to do with him. If there is a way I can be able to make use of him as well. Sayu is at level 50. Yeah, everyone for this point is at minimum level 50. There is no one in my roster currently who is A, below level 50, and B, not ascended from level 50. So we have Sayu. Charlotte is in my roster as well at level 50. Always showing off for their camera because she's got to do her groundbreaking news reports, but is there more to her than just being a reporter? Fremine, I recently ascended him off of level 50, so he can start loving again. I think I've seen people use him in other streams, not really sure, but you'll have to tell me just if he is that good. Rosaria, a character I really don't know much about, also at level 50. Definitely would love to see if there's anything I can get use out of her for. Diona is at level 50. One of my more recent additions to my roster. I think I got her like it was last year. I think it was like mid last year. But haven't really done much with her. Chong Yun is at level 50. Another character that I don't know much of. I think he is 4-star. For a moment I thought he was a 5-star, but I'm pretty sure he's 4 stars. Then Ian-san is at level 50 as well. Yeah, kicking back with a Red Bull, or is it a monster? Not really sure, but not really sure how to make use of Ian-san either. Auron, also from the Natland territory, also at level 50. Yeah, I can't help but feel like the hidden power that he has in story may be applicable to him being a playable character. Don't really know. Sethos, I've heard a lot of people say that Sethos is a good character to have in your roster, but don't really know how useful he is. And one of the few bow wielders I have in my roster, which is surprising. Bow wielders are probably the characters that are the fewest that I have in my roster currently. Dory proving that she's not just part of the plot here in Nightcry, she's also in my roster. I think she's been in the roster now for a couple of years now, but really haven't found a way to make use of her either. Koki Shinobu, who I know is one of Luna's all-time favorites, and I know a character that she uses very prominently. So if she's that good for Luna to use on a regular basis, there has to be something good about her. Koju Sera is another level 50 from Inazuma. Really haven't done much with her either, but I have seen... I think I have seen streams where she is used in someone's party, but don't really know how useful she is either. Beto also falls into this category. I've had Beto pretty much frozen at level 50 for the longest time, and really haven't done much with her other than the fact that she's one of the people that I'm currently building my friendship with in the Serenity Pot. Whenever I go to the Serenity Pot, building up friendships with my various party members, but beyond that, really haven't had much use for her other than that. Yao Yao is one of my other level 50s, a Dendro, but my Dendro group is not all that great. And so don't really know how useful Yao Yao is going to be. Kirara, I've heard a lot of people saying that they like using Kirara, but not really sure how effective she is in battle, but I've heard a lot of good things about her, so I'm sure there must be some use for her too. I know one of the more recent additions to my roster at level 50, and so I can see, Luna, that you're suggesting that Aino would also be a very good use in my roster. We'll see just what she can do. Dahlia is at level 50, but don't really know much about her, but I'm sure that she does have some sort of usage. Candace is at level 50. Another character that we saw a lot of in the story in Sumeru, but really don't know what she offers as far as what skills she possesses, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. Chevreuse is at level 50, and apologies, I do not have her ascended yet, but I do need to do her fighting a few more times. I can do this off camera. This material is not that hard of a material to fight for. I can definitely get it relatively easy. And then getting the gears and fighting for those over in Fontaine. That'll take me a little while longer, but Chevreuse, it seems like she would definitely be someone who can be used effectively even while she's snacking on currywurst. Those are all the characters on my roster, and then my 2 characters in the Molastria Wonderland who have only really just leveled them up to level 20, but really haven't done anything else other with them yet. So that is my entire roster as it stands right now, officially, as far as that's concerned. Total number of characters on my roster as of 2026, of January the 5th, is 5, 10, 15, 25, 35, 45, 55, 62. Well, not counting Molastria Wonderland, it is 60. So, yeah, for someone who's for a casual who's only been playing the game for like 2.5 years now, like 60 characters in the Genshin Impact roster is nothing to sneeze at. Yeah, and as far as, so yeah, it's going to be officially, and among the 60, 14 5 stars. So, that's where I stand right now. So, Luna, I'm sure you're going to be running the numbers in your head. You're going to be trying to figure it all out. And obviously you're gonna give me some suggestions, but one thing's for certain. As far as I'm playing this game, the Traveler must be in the party for not just the plot, but also because I feel like if he's not in the story, if he's not playing, this game is not the same without him. So, Traveler has to be in the party, but everyone else is fair game. If you believe that there's a better combination than what I have right now, not just as far as who's alongside the Traveler, but also the weapons in my roster, I can show you the weapons that I have on another time. I can do that off camera if necessary, or do it in another stream, as well as any artifact combinations would also be useful. So, that's all I wanted to talk about for tonight, and hopefully the information I gave you helps. I will make an announcement before I go off the air tonight. So, I will be back as far as streaming Genshin Impact is concerned. I will be back streaming again tomorrow. But next week, I will also start adding in some morning streams. So I'm going to add in some morning streams of Genshin Impact as well. Not just doing the content in the main story, but also trying to clear up a whole bunch of the side content that's out there. Grinding for treasure, grinding for whatever I can in order to build my characters more. So there's definitely opportunities starting next week for you guys to join in and help me out. Those morning streams will be on Wednesdays and Fridays, which are because Wednesdays and Fridays with my current work situation, I start work at noon, so it makes sense for me to start streaming at like 8 AM or something in the mornings on Wednesdays and Fridays. So that will start happening next week. But I will see you guys tomorrow. We'll pick things up here with this story, and we'll see what else we need to do when we talk to Nefer and figure out how much more can be done in order to stop RERIR. So, let me check the stream situation and see if we have enough people to raid someone. I know people are probably disinterested at this point because of the fact that I've been, not enough people to raid. If there were more people to raid, I could have done that, but we're gonna bring the stream to a close, and we will continue from tomorrow and see what else is in store for us as we try and defeat RERIR. So hopefully the information that I gave you, Luna, can help you out to gain more of an idea of what I've got, and let's hope we can be able to make myself a better player than I am, because I've always known as a casual that I would not have the most optimal setup, but hopefully eventually we can get it all figured out. So see you guys tomorrow, and we'll continue on with this story here in Nod Cry. So with that, I'd like to thank everyone for watching the continuation of Let's Play Genshin Impact live here on Twitch. So thank you everyone for watching, and until next time everyone, may you ever walk in the light of the crystal.